Driving growth in the new normal is critical, but how and why should financial professionals be thinking this way right now? I'm joined today by Richard Keltner from Tegra 118 to discuss. Rich, welcome.
Hi, Matt. Thanks for having me today.
Rich, so good to have you here. Growth has never been more critical, but more challenging than it is right now. What are you hearing from financial professionals about growth in the new normal?
Yeah, absolutely. Great question. And in the age of COVID, there is no real normal right now. So if you look at kind of what we've had to endure as an industry, the time right now is unprecedented. So when I go and I talk to advisors, a lot of things are tending to come up. First and foremost, they're wanting to know, what are other advisors doing? How are they adapting to the new normal of COVID-19? And are there practical tips and things that I might be able to help them or give to them so that they can do better with what's going on in the pandemic right now? I think that, there's been certainly kind of an emphasis on improving the user experience between advisors and clients. And that certainly was going on before COVID. But when I'm going out and talking to advisors right now, what they're looking to say is, well, what are the things that I need to do right now to really help my clients? So the traditional kind of services of looking at strategic asset allocations, things like that, have taken a back seat to kind of more practical near-term realities. How to deal with maybe sudden unexpected unemployment, how to deal with healthcare expenses and things of that nature. So a lot of the things right now is really about what can they do in the near term to help their clients get through COVID, but more importantly, what's happening on the other side of this as well.
Great point. Now, you have such an amazing panel, Rich, at Tegra 118 Elements coming up. How excited are you to have a conversation with some of these folks?
I'm really excited. I mean, in my own opinion, I think that we probably have one of the most relevant panels that we have in the Elements conference that's going on. So if you look at who is attending, it's a really diverse, exciting background. We have leaders from financial technology, but also some thought leaders who are working directly with advisors and helping kind of navigate not only what's going on right now in our space, but certainly kind of helping them prepare for what happens on the other side of this. So I'm excited about this panel. They're all thought leaders in their own right, and I'm expecting there's going to be a lot of interesting, great things, and hoping to everybody learn something new that they didn't know before the panel.
With the idea around growth and accelerating growth, it can sometimes seem overwhelming for financial professionals. What's the biggest question you can't wait to address to this panel to get that conversation going and make growth seem a little less scary?
I'm very excited about that question. I mean, if you look at kind of what's going on right now, I think as an industry, we have successfully kind of lifted and shifted in rapid order. A lot of us have adapted to using Zoom. We're kind of really getting used to the new normal that is right now. And I think the biggest question that I have is, what elements of what we're doing today to kind of withstand the COVID-19 crisis are going to actually be with us after COVID ends. I think people have really kind of adapted to virtual meetings. They're tending to like that. They're liking more accessibility to their advisors. So I think my biggest question to the panel is, what are their views on what does our industry and what does financial advice look like when COVID ends?
Rich, some amazing points. I can't wait for this panel. Anyone in the audience, if you haven't had a chance to register for Tegra 118 Elements, what are you waiting for? The time to do it is right now. For Investment News, I'm Matt Ackerman.